Oh. So this is actually the place I must be. But apparently at the time, he was not happy. I think he mentioned it to his mother. He didn't tell me. I removed him from, that's my biological son, my heart, my inheritor. I removed him without telling. I said, you are out. My son. So if I can do that to my son, Rogo, I'm training him to be a man, not a sissy. Not because he's a pastor's son doesn't mean I can't move him. This is ministry we are talking about. Yeah, apparently he was not happy. Victory, I mean the victory is going. He must have done it to his mother, not to me. Now he's the leadership college lecturer. He's not a teacher now, lecturer. Because pastor said, move. Yeah. Don't build on parasites, weaklings. No, watch out for people. Watch people's. It's important. This I need to stress it. Watch their wives. That's why when you're choosing your partners, choose carefully. Because if you're going to be a leader, you can't afford to marry a woman who's a weakling. When on this, I broke all records. When I was marrying, officiating their marriage, I broke all records. At their marriage, well, wedding is a nice place. You say nice things about husband and nice things about wives. When I finished doing the officiating, I said to him, before everybody, if your wife is late to church, leave her home. You don't say that at a wedding. No, I was preparing her. Now, he could have come after the service and said, yo, what's up? This is my wedding now. Now, this is my wife, my bride. What's going on here? I would have removed his shirt, put it around his neck. Because the wives must be flowing with the husbands. Whoever is in leadership is the wife, then the husbands must flow. Because other than that, you can't do this. You go home and your head. You're happy in church. As soon as you get home, your wife is on your case. You don't need that. So we pray heavily for married couples. Invest. That's why I insist. When we're doing the thing, I said the two of you must be here. Sometimes it's hard financially. For some of you, people say, here. Right here. For where we are going, leadership is the key. Then number 4, only build with sons. This is the king. Only build with what? Sons. Not the following again. Same as before. Oath breakers. Only build with sons and the following. Oath makers, oath keepers, covenant makers, covenant keepers, real and genuine sons, not just sons, real and genuine sons. Well, you can tell from my book, Leadership 101, and which is the other one? The one I teach on, sorry? Pastoral leadership. Yeah, one of the books I teach on the difference between, it's actually in this book. Invest in sons, yeah. It's a chapter before this one. I give you 25 characteristics of sons versus servants. It's very important not everybody in your church is a son or a daughter. So this running around calling everybody son, my daughter, my son. You need to investigate it carefully. Before you get disappointed and break your heart, and there are no spare parts being sold in Sainsbury. Build with sons only. Raise people into sonship. They may start as members. Raise them into sonship because there are 7 S's in every church. It's coming in my new book coming out soon. 7 S's. They are seekers, spectators, students, settlers, schemers. And then they are sons. So they are not all sons. So watch it. Build with people who are not controlled by their wives or their spouses directly. And you see, control is not only physical. Some control their spouses directly, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, psychologically by you see? But these people must be controlled by God. Build with people who are going long haul, tithers, generous, hard givers, people who don't care who gets the credit for the accomplishment of the ministry. See, there are some people who, when they do something in church and they don't praise them, they get upset. But listen to what Harry Truman said. Harry Truman said, it's amazing what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. She has not led praise and worship for nearly, 6 months? She still comes to praise and worship practice. And we watch her. They suspended me from doing anything, and I was sitting there, carrying on. And I was excited. I was like, let's carry on. Today, look at where I am. The husband can come and protest. You just end up losing more hair. And he knows he doesn't have any, so he doesn't protest. His wife may lose hair for him. There's no need for protesting. No. There's always a reason for everything. God tests all of us. He doesn't tempt us, but he proves us. So who cares who gets the credit? They sang, you led the solo, and they sang the song. And they said, everybody was praising the choir. But they didn't come to you to say, well done. You don't have to be upset. The choir sang. Are you not part of the choir? So shut up. Number 5, lead from the front and by example. We're talking about establishing a culture of loyalty. One of the things establishing a culture of loyalty is everybody in the leadership team must sign a confidentiality clause. If anything that happens upstairs in our offices is ever heard of outside our perimeters, the individual in question will be dismissed, suspended, and sacked. If even Kenny comes upstairs and walks on upstairs 2 steps and goes back, and it is heard outside the office that Kenny walked there, whoever made that known will be sacked. Because it's nobody's business. When it comes to leadership, office, and everything, what happens, you are privileged to be working there. So it is privileged CIA, KGB information. So nobody has any right to, whether you are your best friend or your husband. There are things people tell my wife. She doesn't tell me because it's confidential between resident pastor and them. If they want me to know, then they'll tell me. So your friendship should not come in the what happens in the office up there. Oh, I was looking for scissors. Your mouth must be clipped. Everybody will sign a confidentiality clause this afternoon. If one thing comes out, anything, I don't care whether I've been smiling with you or not, I will deal with you. You know, I've said it before and I need to repeat it. Me, when it comes to ministry, nobody's my friend. Because business is business. You have to come to that place where you dichotomize. This is not friendship. When you are in ministry, you don't appoint a relative of yours into any part of ministry because they are your relative. You only appoint them if they can do the job effectively and they are called into that job. You don't bring relatives into it. Once we hit this place, you know what my wife calls me. It's no longer honey. Even my children don't call me dad. Even Kezia doesn't say dad. They all switch. Because this is business atmosphere. By the door, they can say daddy. Here, no. This man is behaving like Hitler. Is that what you are thinking in your head? No. It's spiritual, charismatic Hitler, if you like. Hitler was the other way. This is positive. This is called order. No, I'm behaving like Jesus, not Hitler. Discipline. Order. This morning I told him he was supposed to call somebody, and he lost the number. You should have seen him. As soon as he came to my office, he did a Ghana greeting. Out of fear. Sorry, I'm late, sir. You know, Ghana, when they do this, that means children are. He corrected and sorted himself out quickly. He apologized for lateness and losing my number before I digga. Now he's been in my house to eat. That doesn't count. This is business. You lost my number. It's not food we are talking about. So he doesn't say, later come and enjoy your food for you. No, not in this case. Not in this case. So here, everybody knows. When it comes to business, business is business. Ministry is ministry. It's not playing here, man. And all of you need to adopt that thing. Because look, I'm telling you, you can't go far. Oh. My spiritual father, when he finishes ministry, so cool, calm. I was working with him upstairs one day in their church here. And then he said to the people, have you gotten the sick people ready? They said, oh, we are put. I said, have you got them ready? I said, oh, Lord Jesus. Now, it didn't bother him whether I'm there, anybody else is there or not. He needs to deal with the people. Have you got them ready?